Miss Cardew?
Yes, Merriman?
Ah. Miss Cardew.
Yes, Merriman?
Miss Fairfax has just called to see Mr. Worthing. On very important business, Miss Fairfax states.
Oh, Miss Fairfax?
Ah, Miss Fairfax. However, Mr. Worthing went over in direction of rectory some time ago.
Oh, pray ask the lady to come out here at once. Mr. Worthing is sure to be back soon.
Yes, miss.
And we can bring tea.
Yes, miss.
Thank you, Merriman.
Thank you.
Miss Fairfax?
Miss Fairfax!
Miss Fairfax! Miss Fairfax, I suppose one of the many good elderly women associated with Uncle Jack in his philanthropic work back in London.
Miss Fairfax!
Miss Fairfax? Pray let me introduce myself to you. My name is Cecily Cardew.
Cecily Cardew? What a very sweet name. Something tells me that we are going to be great friends. I like you already, more than I can say. And my first impressions of people are never wrong.
How nice of you to like me so much after we have known each other such a comparatively short time. Pray sit down.
I may call you Cecily, may I not?
With pleasure.
And you will always call me Gwendolyn, won't you?
If you wish.
And then that is all quite settled, is it not?
I hope so.
I suppose you are here on a short visit.
Oh no, I live here. I'm Mr. Worthing's ward.
Mr. Worthing's ward.
Yes.
He never mentioned to me that he had a ward. How secretive of him. Cecily, I am very fond of you. I've liked you ever since I met you. But I'm bound to state that now that I know that you're Mr. Worthing's ward, I cannot help but express a wish that you were just a little bit older than you seem to be, and not so very alluring in appearance. In fact, Cecily, if I may speak candidly, I wish that you were fully 42 and more than usually plain for your age.
42?
Yes.
But why?
Ernest has a strong, upright nature. He is the very soul of truth and honor.
I beg your pardon, Gwendolyn. Did you say Ernest?
Yes, I did.
Oh, but it is not Mr. Earnest Worthing who is my guardian. It is his brother, his elder brother.
Ernest never mentioned to me that he had a brother.
I am sorry to say they've not been on good terms for a long while.
Ah, that accounts for it. And now that I think of it, I have never heard any man mention his brother before. Are you quite sure that it is not Mr. Earnest Worthing who is your guardian?
Quite sure. In fact, I'm going to be his...
I beg your pardon?
Dearest Gwendolyn, I don't see a reason why he should make a secret of it to you.
Secret?
Our little county newspaper is sure to chronicle the fact next week. Mr. Earnest Worthing and I are engaged to be married!
There must be some slight error, Miss Cardew, because Mr. Earnest Worthing is engaged to me, and the announcement will appear on the Morning Post on Saturday at the latest.
There must be some misconception, Miss Fairfax. Ernest proposed to me exactly 10 minutes ago.
It is very curious, for he asked me to be his wife yesterday afternoon at 5:30.
It would distress me more than I can tell you. But I feel bound to point out that ever since he proposed to you, he clearly has changed his
If
mind.
the poor fellow is entrapped into any foolish promises, I shall consider it my duty to rescue him, and with a firm hand.
Whatever unfortunate entanglement my dear wife may have got into, I shall never reproach him with it after we are married.
Do you allude to me, Miss Cardew, as an entanglement?
Certainly.
You are presumptuous.
Do you suggest, Miss Fairfax, that I entrapped Ernest into an engagement?
Yes.
How dare you?
Oh.
Shall I let be here as usual?
Yes, as usual, Merriman.
Yes, miss.
Detestable.
May I offer you some tea, Miss Fairfax?
Yes, detestable girl, but I require tea.
Sugar?
No, sugar is not haste?
Certainly. Cake or bread and butter?
Bread and butter, please. Cake is rarely seen at good households nowadays.
Cake. Yes. Hand that to Miss Fairfax.
Yes, miss.
Thank you, Merriman.
Miss Fairfax.
Cake! I asked for bread and butter. Might as well have tea. Miss Cardew, you have filled my tea with lots of sugar. And even though I asked you most distinctively for bread and butter, you have given me cake. I am known for the gentleness of my nature and the kindness of my disposition, but I warn you, you may have gone too far.
To save my poor innocent trusting boy from the machinations of another girl, there are no lengths to which I would not go.
Oh, from the moment I met you, I distrusted you. I felt that you were false and deceitful. I'm never deceived in such matters. My first impressions of people are invariably right.
It seems to me, Miss Fairfax, that I'm trespassing on your valuable time. No doubt you have many other calls of similar character to make in the neighborhood.
Oh! Honest,
My
Mr.
own
Worthing.
My own wine?
A moment, Mr. Worthing. May I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are you engaged to this young lady?
To dear little Cecily, of course not. What could have put such an idea into your pretty little head?
Thank you. You may.
I knew there must be some misconception, Miss Fairfax, because the man whose arm at present is around your waist is my guardian, Mr. John Worthing.
I beg your pardon?
This is Uncle Jack. Here is Ernest. Jack.
My own love.
A moment, Ernest. May I ask if you're engaged to be married to this young lady?
What young lady? Good heavens, Gwendolyn!
Yes, to good heavens, Gwendolyn!
Of course not. What could have put such an idea into your pretty little head?
Thank you, you may.
I felt that there was some slight error, Miss Cardew, because the man who is embracing you right now is my cousin, Algernon Moncrieff.
Algernon Moncrieff! Are you really called Algernon?
Is your name really Jack?
I can deny it if I like.
Stay away from me.
I can deny anything if I like, but my name certainly is Jack. It has been Jack for years.
A gross deception has been practiced on both of us.
Oh, my poor wounded Cecily.
Sweet young Gwendolyn.
You will always call me sister, won't you?
Of course. There's just one question I would be like to be permitted to ask my guardian.
An admirable idea, dear. Mr. Worthing?
Yes, my love.
There's just one question I would like to be permitted to put to you.
Sure.
Where is your brother Ernest?
Gwendolyn. Cecily. It is very painful for me to be forced to speak the truth.
I beg your pardon?
It is very painful for me to be forced to speak the truth. To speak quite frankly, I have no brother Ernest. I have no brother at all. Never had one in my life. Essentially, I don't even have the smallest intention of ever having one in the future.
No brother at all?
None.
Have you never had a brother of any kind?
Never, not even of any kind.
I'm afraid it is quite clear, Cecily, that neither of us are engaged to be married to anyone. Let us get into the house. They will hardly venture after us then.
No, men are so cowardly, aren't they?
Oh, dear, don't cry.
Disgusting state of things is what you call bunburying, I suppose.
Yes, and a perfectly wonderful bunbury it is. The most wonderful bunbury I have ever had in my life.
Well, you have no right whatsoever to bunbury here.
It is absurd. One has right to bunbury anyone one chooses. Every serious bunbarist knows that.
Serious bunbarist? Good heavens! I must say, you taking in a sweet, simple, innocent girl like Miss Cardew is quite inexcusable. To say nothing of the fact that she is my ward. Beg your
I can see no possible defense at all for your deceiving a brilliant, clever, thoroughly experienced young lady like Miss Fairfax, to say nothing of the fact that she is my cousin.
I wanted to be engaged to Gwendolen, that is all. I love her.
Well, I simply wanted to be engaged to Cecily. I adore her.
There's certainly no chance of your marrying Miss Cardew.
I don't think there's much likelihood, Jack, of you and Miss Fairfax being united.
Well, that is no business of yours.
If it was my business, I wouldn't talk about it.
How can you calmly sit there and eat muffins when we are in this horrible trouble I can't make out? You seem to be perfectly heartless.
Well, I can't eat muffins in an agitated manner. The butter would probably get on my curves. One should always eat muffins quite calmly. It is the only way to eat them.
Well, I said it's perfectly heartless of you under the circumstances at all.
When I'm in trouble, eating is the only thing that consoles me. Indeed, when I'm in great trouble, as anyone who knows me intimately will tell you, I refuse everything except food and drink. At the present moment, I'm eating muffins because I'm unhappy. Besides, I'm particularly fond of muffins.
Well, that is no reason why you should eat them all in that greedy way.
Jack, I wish you would have a tea cake instead. I don't like tea cake.
Good heavens. I suppose a man may eat his own muffins in his own garden.
But you just said it was perfectly heartless to eat muffins.
I said it was perfectly heartless of you under the circumstances. That is a different thing.
That may be, but the muffins are the same.
Algie, I wish to goodness you would go.
I have just made arrangements with Dr. Chasuble to be christened at 6:15 under the name of Ernest.
My dear fellow, the sooner you give up that nonsense, the better. I have made arrangements with Dr. Chasuble myself to be christened at 5:30. And I naturally will be taking the name of Ernest. Gwendolen would wish it. Besides, we cannot be both christened Ernest. It is absurd. And you have been christened already.
Yes, but I have not been christened for years.
Yes, but you have been christened. That is the important thing.
Quite so. So I know my constitution can stand it. If you are not quite sure about you ever having been christened, I must say it is rather dangerous of you venturing on it now.
Nonsense. You're always talking nonsense.
Jack, you are at the muffins again?
Yes.
I told you I was particularly fond of muffins, and there are only 2 left now.
Algie, but I hate tea cake.
Then why not do you allow tea cake to be served up for your guests? What ideas you have of hospitality?
Algernon, I've already told you to go. I don't want you here. Why don't you go?
I haven't finished my muffin yet.
Yeah!